Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this event. My name is Dr. Louise Lambert with happinessmatters.org, and this is my well-being journey. I started out in Canada. Yeah, cold, lonely, a little bit isolating, but kind of beautiful when you think about it. Just not a whole lot to do other than run. So part of my journey started running marathons and trying to think about how I could get faster, how I could get better. And so I started to do a lot of reading on it. How can I improve productivity? How could I improve my performance? How could I improve how I feel and how vital and energized I feel as well? Through that reading and through marathon running, I also decided to start my doctorate degree, in which I discovered my first course in positive psychology, which got me really excited because suddenly I was starting to put these elements together to discover how humans can reach their highest heights and not only focus on their lowest lows. I am already a psychologist and so was also working in the same area running depression groups. And if you think that sounds a little bit depressing, it kind of is. So I decided, what if I took positive psychology, again, the science of well-being, and use this in depression groups so that we were not only teaching people to be less depressed, but happier. And what I started to notice is instead of having people come back year after year to say, I think I need another checkup, what they would instead send was postcards saying, you remember that trip to France? I took it. Remember that guy? I married him. Remember that business idea I had? I opened it. And so the evidence was starting to accumulate and be pretty clear that we can teach people to be happier through what are called positive psychology interventions. And what I did was take a lot of that science, wrap it up, repackage it, and brought it to Dubai. Once I got here, then I moved on to doing more serious research, looking at what exactly are the contributors to life satisfaction or subjective well-being here in the region, but also do these strategies work in other parts of the world? And it turns out, yes, they do. And they also hold over time. I also published a number of books, opened up the Middle East Journal of Positive Psychology, which allows other researchers in the region to share and disseminate their research based here in the region as well on many of these same topics. However, what I've also noticed is in doing all of this work and in happiness becoming really super popular is that it's been taken over in part by what we call the happiness industry. And I know these are well-meaning, well-intentioned people, but sometimes they don't read the same research that we do. And they make it seem like happiness is something everybody can do, that we can do all of these strategies. And if you're not as happy as you want to be, then it's all your fault. And actually, that pressure to be happy is really making us unhappy. And what the research is increasingly showing is that actually happiness is systemic. It is something we all do together. It's really hard to just be happy on your own because we're influenced by families, communities, neighborhoods, workplaces, classrooms. The people around us really have a big impact on us. Now, that doesn't mean happiness is impossible, but what it does mean is some contexts are much more challenging than others, but also happiness is the responsibility of everybody. And no, it's not all in your head. The other thing that I'm beginning to notice in the research literature, but also in my own journey, is the importance of planetary well-being. This is starting to become a big topic now everywhere for everybody, but also in the science of well-being, because much of what we do to be happy is in fact exactly what is driving climate change. And so this is requiring us as researchers, practitioners, but just individuals to start to reevaluate what it is we do and why, and how ought we to live if we can balance our own well-being and the well-being of the planet. Because if we can't breathe, if we don't have water to drink, nothing else really matters. So part of sustainable well-being is thinking of ways that we can be happy, fulfill our psychological needs for belonging and feeling good about ourselves, but not at the expense of the planet and not in superficial ways where we're focusing on status instead of genuine feeling good. And so my own journey has also caused me to think about how I live my own life. I used to be very focused on goals and growth and achieving and lots of movement. And now I focus more just on quality of life. I play tennis. That is not me on the left. However, I do take joy in hitting that ball really hard and spending the afternoon, especially in this beautiful Dubai weather, outside, also growing tomatoes on my balcony, along with mint and basil and pineapples, I'll have you know, also grow in Dubai. And of course, sharing moments with my partner, with friends, and just enjoying life. So my parting words to you are, do what works for you, as long as it doesn't hurt you or others or the planet. Enjoy your journey, everyone. Bye-bye.